Coach, I guess, what type of guy is Sam Coonrod in a baseball clubhouse?
He is one of the guys that you kind of point to and say he's the kind of guy you want everybody to work like and to compete like him. Those are the two best qualities he has on top of all the God-given talent that he has. But there's no better worker and no more competitive kid than him.
Okay, and can you talk a little bit about your recruiting trip when you were going to see him pitch in high school?
That was probably one of the more interesting things I've ever done, especially since he was already committed when I went to see him. I was really just going to see him, to meet him, and to really just spend some time with him. And it was interesting because he never played catch. He had played catch before I got there, which was like an hour before. And then he threw all his warm-up pitches during infield outfield, which was strange. And then after about his 12th or 13th pitch, the coach motioned that he needed to get off the mound, and he threw the first pitch halfway up the the last pitch halfway up the backstop. And I was texting Hendu saying that I can't believe this is the guy. But I could tell that there was some raw ability, but little did I know at the time that Sam was just messing around with the other team. And the first pitch of the game was 91 on the outside corner for a strike, and he was off from there.
Can you talk a little bit about, why you think SIU was the only Division I school to make him an offer?
Probably because he's a throwback. He's a kid that played summer ball with his brother. They played Legion ball. They didn't travel around. He didn't do showcases, anything like that. We were fortunate enough that he threw in the All-Star game, the State Trail Register All-Star game, where we go every year. So I think that's why a lot of people weren't on him. Plus, he was raw. There was some arm strength there, but there was a lot of moving parts. But we knew what kind of athlete and what kind of kid we were getting.
Okay, and he didn't post great numbers here, and obviously didn't get a lot of attention coming out of high school. What do you think the San Francisco Giants saw in him to draft him?
I think they knew all the intangibles. They knew what kind of worker he was, and I think they knew that eventually the raw stuff and the raw ability was going to catch up to the production was going to catch up to all the raw ability. And the fact that they got him in the 5th round, I think, is still a steal. Somebody should get a prize for that one, because I think he's got a chance to be in the big leagues for a long time, and be a starter, be a premium guy.
He's told me before in high school he had no idea where his pitches were going, and college he was kind of a refined thrower, if you will, and now he's a pitcher. What was the main things of his development here at SIU?
I think the biggest thing was just trying to get him to repeat his mechanics, to allow him to do the same thing over and over and over, so that he could throw strikes, so he could rein it in a little bit. I use his video all the time of where he started and where he left, to kind of show the guys, don't get discouraged by what's going on earlier in your career. And the Giants have done a great job of just simplifying him even more, and I think that's why he's really taken off. It's a very simple delivery, allows his athleticism to take over, and his great arm.
Okay, is there anything else you want to add?
No, I believe in the kid, and I know that someday he's going to make it, and no one I've ever been around is more deserving than he is.